Please.
Mr. Flores, turn this up. Thank you very much.
I had 3 more seconds, and I had the whole thing. I was supposed to have 3 minutes.
Sir, thank you. Thank you very much. Next speaker, please.
It's the JR Show from Studio 99 at the American General Media Complex. On air at News Talk 96.1 and AM 1180 KERN. Online at kernradio.com. Now, here is your host, JR.
Top of the day to you. This is the JR Show. I am your host, JR Flores. You're listening to Kern Radio. Check us out online at kernradio.com. Download the Kern Radio app to your smart device and take on all of your holiday vacations. Plus, you can also watch us streaming live on YouTube. Head over to YouTube, search up Kern Radio, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and come along with us live every single day at 2:05 and watch us in all of our glory. We're also on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and X. Just look up Kern Radio. I am also out there, JR Flores, or why not JR, live from the Kern Radio studios, powered by Adaptive Networks. You like that? Yeah, say hi. Getting ready for that, Chris. That's the sponsor in the new year of the studio. They keep us put together here. So much love to Adaptive Networks. Got a great show for you lined up today. Lots to discuss, not just nationally. Trump will give I don't even know, just an address to the nation tonight. It's kind of, I kind of know, I guess he didn't say necessarily what he was going to talk about, but his White House spokesperson gave a little bit of insight. We'll discuss that and tell you what time you can listen. We'll carry it live right here on Kern Radio. California has announced their 50th lawsuit, speaking of Trump, against the Trump administration. We'll tell you how much they've spent, how much they've gotten back, and is it all worth it? Is it all really worth it? The Bakersfield City School District has discussed at last night's meeting a possible new policy regarding cell phones on campus with students. I will give you my take. And I'll tell you about an email I received just before we came on the air here from a young lady named Gabby. I'll tell you what she was telling me. And Powerball's tonight. So if I am reminding you right now, if you are driving in the car and you just heard me say, oh yeah, Powerball's tonight, it's 1.25 billion. Oh, thanks, JR. I forgot. Let me pull into the store. And you buy a ticket and you happen to win because I reminded you to buy said ticket. I'm just saying, don't forget your boy. Don't forget your boy. I'll be playing Powerball tonight. Tell you the breakdown on how much you could take home if you took the lump sum and what maybe you would spend on it. Christmas gifts for everybody? Maybe, maybe not. We'll talk about that. Here locally, a Tehachapi teacher was arrested earlier on, what else? Come on. Is it any surprise at this point when we hear about a teacher being arrested and what they're being arrested for? Do we have a problem in this town with teachers? Is that everywhere? Seems more prevalent here. A 43-year-old PE teacher, and it's always the PE teacher, in Tehachapi was arrested on suspicion of sexual battery against a minor and possession of images of child sex abuse. Police have said Timothy Seaman, 43, was arrested in Porterville, according to the Tehachapi Police Department yesterday. Seaman is a PE teacher with the Tehachapi Unified School District. Officials said the department was contacted by a parent in late November and told them their child was inappropriately touched by Seaman at a school campus. Investigators later learned of another similar incident at the same campus. Last week, investigators conducted a search of his home in Tehachapi and allegedly located and seized multiple cell phones and other digital devices. According to a police statement, they also found evidence related to the inappropriate touching case and evidence of possession and distribution of images of child sexual abuse. Tehachapi Police says he was booked into custody at Lerdo Jail, but was not listed as in custody as of this morning. Police also say there are potentially other victims and are encouraging the public to step forward with any information. Parents, I know it's not easy to have the difficult conversations, but it is very, very important to do so. I have a young daughter who is 8 years old. And if you don't think that we haven't had those conversations with her about inappropriate touching or somebody making her feel uncomfortable, we have. And again, it's not easy, but it is your job and duty as a parent to protect that child. And there's going to be those times, and especially at school, because that's where they spend the most place, being around the most influential people that they will come in contact probably with for the rest of their lives. And child predators exist, and they try to take advantage of that system in any way they can. They will find victims and begin to groom them to make it seem like nothing is wrong with what they are doing. And that's where it is your job as a parent to let your child know that it is not okay, that it is never okay for these types of things to happen. Just, I don't even like thinking about it. Like I said, I have an 8-year-old daughter. So for me, every time these stories pop up, it just makes me want to not let her ever leave the house. I mean, but that's not feasible, right? And so the next best thing to do is to equip them with the knowledge so that they can also be able to protect themselves. It's a scary, scary world out there. It's a scary, scary, scary world. Locally, the city council is set to have a meeting tonight in which they will discuss, well, everybody's already heard or talking about the hotel on Union. I love how this happens, right? The media will pick up, or social media will pick up on one thing. I talked about this yesterday, how there's people posting on social media about this $35 million hotel project, and they talk about it without really knowing any of the facts of the story. And that becomes the one thing that's focused on the agenda for city council tonight. But that's for me, that's old news. That's something that they've been working on since March. You see what I'm saying? If you listen to the JR show, you might be informed. Tell your friends. There's so many other things on that docket, like, oh, it's going to cost us more than we originally had planned for Jastrow Park. Change order, contract change order. Yeah, we need another contract change order. There was lead paint abatement that was discovered on the project site. We're going to need another $158,000 for that. Yeah, we need authorization for electrical, and apparently some of the balusters were vandalized, and we need to replace those. That's going to be another $40,000. Oh yeah, amendment number 3. We needed to do additional electrical work and replacement of east side roof tiles for the pavilion. we're going to need another $13,000. I have a feeling this isn't going to be the end of us needing to constantly, and I mean constantly, pour money into the pavilion, whether it's because it's being vandalized, copper's being stolen out of it, somebody spray painted on it, somebody jumped on the roof and threw off all the roof tiles, somebody. It's why we can't have nice things. And I also learned that they're canceling a contract with the Kern County Black Chamber of Commerce. I said, why would you cancel a contract? Well, apparently this was happening back in 2002, the original grant and contract for the City of Bakersfield Entrepreneurship Ecosystem Technical Assistance Program. Kern County Black Chamber of Commerce was supposed to give out money. Back in 2023, they entered into the agreement for $55,000. Well, they let the city know that they can no longer continue to provide those services for the city, and they want to forfeit the remainder of the grant money, which is only $19,000 left. The staff has drawn up a letter of cancellation. It doesn't go into details on why the chamber can't provide these services anymore. It doesn't mention looking into whether or not these services were completed so that the $35,000 that has been spent was properly used. But no big deal, as we'll hear from one of our favorite city councilmen. Oh, we got audio from Andre today. Tell your friends. You're going to want to listen to the next segment. Our favorite city councilman, Mr. Andre Gonzalez, discussing more city business. They're also wanting to put a crosswalk in right there on Truxton and Myrtle, which made me look. Oh, and by the way, this little safety feature crosswalk they want to put in, it's going to cost the city about $220,000. It's for, the houses on, what would this be, the south side of Truxton? There's a crosswalk there at Truxton and Palm to get across to the other side of Truxton. And I looked it up. I said, that's got to be by Jastrow Park, right? They have to be putting in a crosswalk right there on the corner of Truxton where Jastrow Park is. I mean, how else would that neighborhood get from that side of the street across Truxton to get to Truxton Park or to get to Jastrow Park? Where are the nice new facilities? I mean, the $1 million pickleball courts, the $1 million pavilion, the $500,000 playgrounds, all these things. You would think they would want that neighborhood across the street to have access to that. No. We're not putting the crosswalk at Truxton and Myrtle where the park is. We're putting the crosswalk at Truxton and Pine Street where the Bakersfield Racquet Club is, because that's a private facility that so many people in the neighborhood are paying for, that they should have access to a crosswalk with little flashers and blinkers to make it safe to get across there, because kids living in the neighborhood should have to travel up a block and a half up Truxton to be able to get across the street to go to the park across on Jastrow. Great place for the sidewalk, or great place for the crosswalk there. Thanks, city. Your planning is top-notch, superior among all thinking. But at least they'll be safe crossing the street. Speaking of streets and speaking of downtown, we will hear from our favorite city councilman, wannabe assemblyman, Andre Gonzalez, discussing street improvements downtown. I'll tell you how much it's going to cost to renovate 2 city blocks in downtown. And it's only the beginning, because they want to add a whole lot more. I'll tell you where and how much after the break. It's the JR Show. It's Curtain Radio. We'll be right back.
News Talk 96.1 and AM 1180 KERN. Start your day right. First Look with Scott Cox, 6 to 9 a.m.
Ban the phones. No more BHS activities. I actually watched the BHS activities page one time. Tell Chris I'll buy his Mania ticket with my Powerball winnings. Love the shout out. Thanks, Jen. Love you guys over there at Adaptive Networks. If you guys need IT solutions for your business, Adaptive Networks. Just saying. Scott makes a mess in this studio. How does stuff get stained on our table? What is he doing in the morning? Had a great conversation last night with a friend. Stayed up way too late discussing religion and reading the Bible and how we should and should not interpret things in the Bible, and got down to being qualified whether or not to be able to tell people how they should be studying the Bible. Great conversation. Like I said, it lasted hours. I almost wish we recorded it and just did a podcast on it, because it was that good. It was that good. Gordon, putting that crosswalk in is like putting a water fountain in the middle of a desert that no one travels. It's like the crosswalk on 24th Street. You guys know which one I'm talking about. Go down 24th Street and there's that crosswalk that they expect people from one neighborhood to get to the other neighborhood. To push the button, the lights will start flashing, and we promise traffic will stop for you. Okay. That sounds safe. So let's go ahead and do the same thing on Truxton, but let's not put it by the public park. Let's put it by the private tennis club. Okay. That sounds reasonable. It's always the location of where we put things, and I'm going to get into that here in a second.
JR Show.
Did you play this already? Not today, did you? You started. Oh, that's all right. Yeah. I know how it is in there, especially working for Ralph Bailey. It's tough, dude. He's demanding. He asks for a lot. I'm not saying I came in and said, "Hey, Chris, I cut some audio for you. It's just sitting there in the folder. Whenever I call for it, just play it." He's probably driving in right now. He ain't listening. My guy can't even order his Uber Eats, much less. I'm sorry. You guys know Ralph Bailey. So me and Chris are sitting here the other night, and it was, what was it, Friday night? This past Monday, Chris and I are sitting here, and I tend to work late on Mondays. I don't have my daughter, so what else am I going to do? I'll sit around in the studio and get things done, just to make my work week a little bit easier. And I was here till probably 6:30 or so, and Ralph leaves. Chris and I are sitting in my office, and the doorbell rings. Like, who could it possibly be ringing the doorbell at American General Media at 6:08 at night? This is what, 6:15-ish? And we're both like, there's no way. Who is that?
I honestly thought it was him forgetting his keys.
Nope. Mr. Bailey, apparently, not only did he order he's going to be like, why are you talking about me? Not only did he order his Uber ride from AGM to his apartment, but then he turned and ordered his Uber Eats and forgot to change the address and had it dropped off here at the station. Chris and I enjoyed Kentucky Fried Chicken that evening, though, thanks to Mr. Bailey. Oh my gosh. It's never mind. It's like showing my mom around. So every time my mom asks me, can you show me how to do this? I just, do I really have to, Mom? Do I really have to? I don't. Unfortunately, there's not.
Without because I do this with a lot of people, where people will call me and say, hey, can you help me do this? I'm all for helping people do stuff. But there are certain situations where I'm like, dude, you could totally do this by yourself.
You could.
This isn't.
You would think. You would think, Chris, but you would think, but it's new technology and it's past. Yeah, but old people, they didn't grow up with that, so they don't know that. I was fortunate enough that I grew up in this era where I was right in between. I was a kid and we didn't have it, and just as I was becoming an adult, and well, age-wise, I was becoming an adult. Some people would say, JR, you still don't act like an adult. Technology started to come along. And so as it has advanced, I have been fortunate enough to kind of been brought along that journey with the advancement of those things. And I've been able to live in both worlds, the non online world, and in which we went outside and actually played with toys and not watched other kids playing with toys on YouTube. What is with that? Somebody explain it to me. Because as a kid, the TV shows I watched as a kid weren't watching other kids play with the toys that I have. You know what I mean? Like that we watched cartoons. Now kids watch YouTube and they what? No, but
I will say that sometimes when I'm curious if a video game is good or not, then I'll go find somebody who's played it and I'll be like, okay, that looks fun.
Okay.
That's the only reason that I give them is like, okay, I'll give you that. But anybody who does that on a regular basis, I got some questions.
That's like you want to review the video game. I get that part. That's not like my daughter wants to see how she can play with her Barbie. Like I'm sorry, kid. If your imagination is that shot that you can't figure out how to play with your own toys, you probably need to turn off YouTube. Let's just start right there. Just turn off YouTube. Take the cell phone away from the child. And we're going to get into that conversation in just a minute, because Bakersfield City School District talked last night about not having cell phones and the new cell phone policy, which is mind-boggling to me anyways, because you have to understand Bakersfield City School District is what? Kindergarten through 8th grade. And in my opinion, no kindergartner through 8th grade should even be in possession or ownership of a cell phone. Period. End of story. Chris, you can shake your head all you want to in there.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to get around the idea, but
8th grade, junior high. Do junior high kids, do they need a cell phone, and for what? Give me one good reason why a junior high kid, and I was once a junior high kid, and I didn't have a cell phone, and I survived just fine. I'm still alive. Is it that you need a cell phone for what? Scrolling your friends on Snapchat? Yeah. Okay, then I'll give you a cell phone where you can only dial 3 numbers. Or how about this? If you want to keep in contact, take your butt in the office and call me.
Yeah, but how many people actually have it in-house phones?
I have a cell phone. You call the kid goes into the office and calls his parent on their cell phone. You don't need to be on the phone. You're too young. Go outside and play. That's the problem. Be right back. It's the JR Show.
Republicans have broken with their party's leadership over health care. It signed on to a Democratic-led petition that will force a House vote on extending for 3 years.
Yeah. I don't know why I did that.
The Senate gave final passage Wednesday to an annual military policy bill to authorize
Come at the Bible with childlike faith.
while pressuring Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth
Yes,
to provide lawmakers with video
but
from alleged drug boats in international waters near Venezuela. On Wall Street, another down day as the Dow dropped
you can't come into reading the Bible with
more details at SRNnews.com.
your own personal experience and interpretation. Like the Bible isn't up for your personal interpretation. Yeah, it's not. Oh, I'm David, or oh, I'm slaying. It's supposed it's a long conversation, Sergio. I'd love to have you on and let's discuss. No. I was trying to get the Bakersfield Elf guy on, but he works during the day. He gives out toys to less fortunate kids. He's got an event going on. You guys should look him up on Facebook, the Bakersfield Elf, and try to give him some support. It is hot up in this thing. Hot. Hot, hot, hot.
This is a 1-minute podcast. I'll leave with that. Now back. If you're wearing a jacket and you're hearing this commercial, come on out to California Fruit Depot.
What is that?
Shakes, smoothies, all those things available. You can ship them to family and friends all over the country.
Shipping available.
Another thing I like to talk about is getting a jingle. We need a jingle. All musician, band. If you got AI capabilities, send us an AI.
What is this? What? Why? This is Mr. Bailey's, I'm assuming.
Send your jingle to citrusjinglecontest@gmail.com and come out to California Fruit Depot. Google us for directions, or you can visit us online at calfruit.com.
Hey, I made the commercial.
Got some Christmas cards in here. Not sure it's this. What? Ugh.
But it's a victory because now we can draft Heisman Trophy winner Fernando Mendoza. But let me make it clear, this is the worst Raider team in the organization's history.
On News Talk 96.1 and AM 1180 KERN. The Armstrong and Getty Show. Weekdays noon to 2 on News Talk 96.1 and AM 1180 KERN. Now, back to the KR Show.
Being sung by
Quiet.
folks dressed up like
Eskimos. And everybody knows. Turkey and some mistletoe. This is bright. Yeah, many times. Welcome back. Is it gonna snow?
God, I hope so.
Is it gonna snow? It's burning off. Look, the sun's shining out there. That Thule fog is starting to kind of go away eventually, and we've had it now for what, 3 weeks? Even Chris is wearing beanies. That's how cold it's gotten. But
No, I normally don't wear a beanie.
no, I know, but you have the last couple days, and I've been sporting one for probably about 2 or 3 weeks now. It's been fun. I've got multiple beanies that I found. Like, oh, I got this one. Oh, my favorite beanie, and my nieces and nephew will tell you. They'll ask, how long have you had that thing for? I'm like, this beanie is older than you guys. I've had it since 1999,
How many times have you washed
maybe twice.
it?
But it does need to be cleaned. But it's a knitted beanie. It's just a knitted beanie that's just oversized and big. And I just, no, that one's a new one. That's the Giving Machine beanie that I have. That somebody's very jealous of, that I have a beanie and they don't. And then I got this green beanie. It's actually a John Deere beanie. And then you guys have seen my Raider beanie that I've been wearing. I got a whole slew of beanies. And my Condors beanie. It's been beanie season for the last 2 or 3 weeks because it's been so cold. But the sun is shining. Looks like it's burning off. We'll see how long the sun will shine today for, if it'll peak out tomorrow at all. 661-842-5376, 661-842-KERN. Want to get to some downtown street improvement projects slated for the city council tonight. Before that, Chris tells me we have a phone call, sir. Who do you got? Mike, you're on the JR show. What is on your mind, sir? Yeah.
13 years old, and I can tell you, I thought there was no way I was going to get my kid's a phone till high school and stuff. Now, the one thing you don't take into consideration is when I was growing up, or when we were growing up, there were things called payphones all over the place.
Yes, there was.
So, like, you know, if my daughter has an after-school thing and we don't know when it's getting out, you know, schools don't have payphones anymore, and you know, you can't. And really, some of the places it's hard to even find a phone. So you got to have some form of communication with your child. Like, you know, she's in a junior high youth group that at church that can let out at random times.
Okay. I was going to say, but how did we do it as kids with my extra? Like, if I had football practice, my dad goes, okay, you got practice from this time to this time. And sometimes, Mike, I'd stand out there for 25 minutes. Like, where you at, Pop? The practice was over 10 minutes ago.
And I used to royally tick my parents off by pressing the 0 button. The operator would come on, and I would say, I need to make a collect call. And then my dad would go, you know, that just cost me $1.
See, Mike, you know? We were smarter as kids when they would say, like, say your name. We would be like, come pick me up. And then you have a collect call from, come pick me up.
I've done it. I mean, I can tell you, my daughter entering junior high, we got her a phone, and it was really, I mean, for the ability to communicate with her. Because, I mean, you know, elementary schools are 2 feet away. You know, elementary schools are spread out amongst the city, and most people are within a
couple blocks
second drive of the elementary school. You know, junior highs, you start to get spread out a little bit more, high schools even more. So, you know, we wanted that communication with our daughter. I'll be honest with you, I forgot to pick her up one day at band. You know, I was a bad dad. And she's calling me going, where you at?
Where you at, Pop?
I'm like, oh, geez, sorry. I'm headed your way. But, you know, but there is also that sense of security when she's standing there waiting.
Right. Yeah.
You know, and it is dark outside, that she does have a phone and she can still communicate with us when I'm coming.
Well, that's what I thought about when I was telling you the example, how I would get out of football practice early and I'm standing there for 20 minutes going, okay, I'm just standing here. Where you at, Pop? Like, I know we got out early, but I'm still standing here. And so, yeah, I kind of was like, yeah, it'd be nice to have a cell phone at that point just for the security purposes. But
we were lucky enough to hold her off through elementary school. Most of the kids started to get them really about 6th grade.
Oh, and that becomes the biggest pressure right there. Well, my friends have one. All my friends have one.
And the kids, you know, a lot of them even younger, start to get those watches. That they can, you know, just text with their parents and stuff. You know, you'll see those in 4th and 5th grade, and the 6th graders start to get cell phones, you know, and then have these ridiculously huge group chats that, you know, that are just impossible to follow.
And that's where I'm like, nope. If I give you a phone, then you get 2 numbers, mine and your mom's.
There you go.
You know what I mean? And that's the only people you really need to talk to at that point.
I mean, they can fix the problem by just bringing back payphones. Bring them back.
Just bring back a payphone. I'm with you. I'll sign the petition, Mike. We'll get it started. Bring back the payphone. Thanks for calling in, Mike. Appreciate you, brother. Thanks for listening. 661-842-5376. 661-842-KERN. What,
Y'all
Chris?
know that's
What?
never gonna happen.
What, bring
right?
back the
They're
payphone?
never gonna bring back.
I
the
see
payphone.
one very, very rarely. Where was I at?
The upkeep that it would take to keep all of those running, no way in hell would the city pay for that.
I saw one at a hospital, I think I was at one time, and I was like, oh, look, a payphone. I took a picture with it.
They won't even pay for the basic necessities we need now. You think they're gonna pay for payphones?
Yeah, well, they're paying for new streets downtown, I'll tell you that. That's on the city council agenda tonight. $7.5 million. That's how much it's going to cost to do 2 city blocks. You heard that right. 2 city blocks, 18th Street and 19th Street between, where's it at? I just had it written down. L and O. That's what it is. L and O. So 18th Street and 19th Street between L and O. And if you're doing the alphabet, LMNO, yes, 2 city blocks. $7.5 million. And it's only the beginning. They want to eventually go from G Street all the way to Mill Creek. And if it's costing $7.5 million to do 2 blocks, start doing the math. That's a lot of money to redo streets that don't even need to be redone, i.e. California Avenue. And so I was curious going, well, what businesses are in these 2 city blocks? What falls within 18th Street and 19th Street between L and O that would make them want to revitalize the area? Well, I looked, and if you go down 18th Street, starting at L Street, it's Sequoia Sandwich, and then Bill Lee's, and then Rice Bowl. And then you get to that corner of 18th and O. And I was like, what are these? Oh, those are the 17th Place townhomes. You know, the ones that Sage Equities built. You know, the one that Austin Smith and his dad Bob, Bicycle Bob, the city councilman Bob Smith, just sold earlier this year for $11 million. Oh, I get it now. Because when you go down 19th Street and you start looking at that street and you go, well, what's down 19th Street? Emporium Western. And I'm going back to the west now, starting at O. Have any of you ever heard of the Mint Bar? How many of you want to go inside of the Mint Bar?
Well, first and foremost, the Mint's actually not that bad.
I
go in there frequently, and actually, our very own KG DJs there.
I spent many nights in my 20s inside of the Mint Bar. It's very, very lovely place. Fine establishment.
Wow, lovely. Now we're
fine establishment there, Christopher.
It's a
fantastic. One of the marquee places to go in Bakersfield for the.
I'm telling you, dude. I think you're underestimating how many people go there.
And what's across the street from the Mint Bar?
Now that needs to go.
19th Street Cinema.
That ain't no cinema. That needs to go.
What's next door to the cinema? The Bakersfield Hotel.
That also needs to go. I was like, so there are reasons.
Mad Dog Tattoo Shop.
Oh, they could stay.
Anybody? That we need to drop $7.5 million on 2 city blocks because we need more bike accessible lanes and to be able to park it says right here, you think I'm lying. We're going to do the work to be performed consists in general of rehabilitating the existing hot mix asphalt pavement, construction of minor concrete curb and gutter, access ramps, concrete bulb outs, meaning the when you get to the corner, how it ramps down. Storm drain improvements, bioswales, signage, decorative pavers. Oh, how cute. Decorative pavers right there in front of the 19th Street Cinema. Pavement striping, pavement markings, bicycle striping, and bicycle facilities, landscaping, irrigation systems, pedestrian lighting, street site furniture, street site furniture, street site furniture. Homeless people got to have somewhere to sit down. Adjusting manhole and monument covers and various infrastructure improvements for a complete street enhanced project. City Councilman, wannabe assemblyman, Mr. Andre Gonzalez spoke with Turn to 23 ABC crew, and had this to say about the improvements downtown.
Stop at a cafe, but then walk to an antique store or walk down the street to a bar or a restaurant. So we want people to enjoy themselves while they're downtown.
Yes, because we want them to be able to walk downtown and feel safe, and don't mind the homeless people down here. Don't mind the crazies running all over the place. Did you see the decorative pavers we put in? Don't mind the poop stain on them. We'll get that cleaned up. We got people for that. We're paying a pretty nice penny to have people come and pick up that poop. We stay putting lipstick on a pig. I don't want to be always, we shouldn't do that. We shouldn't spend that money. But we're putting lipstick on a pig. I just, and it's all, like I said, because, oh yes, we wanted walkability, because what's right on the other side of those 17th Street townhomes that our council member made a lot of money off of? Well, Cafe Smitten. You got to be able to walk from Cafe Smitten and go down 7.5 city blocks with plans to do more. Here's more favorite city councilman, Andre Gonzalez.
It'll take about 6 months.
Huh?
So we're probably looking at June or July. If everything of 2026, if everything goes as planned.
If everything goes as planned, it's only going to take about 6 or 7 months to complete this project. We're going to do 2 city blocks, and it's going to take us half a year and $7.5 million. And we have plans to do more. Here's another, this one just blew me away. This clip here of our favorite city councilman, and I'm just going to go ahead and let it run. And yeah, go ahead, councilman.
We want to make sure that our precious limited tax dollars are spent wisely, that we're not wasting dollars.
Oh, Andre, our precious limited tax money. Chris, get me to break before I get fired. We got to make sure they're spent wisely and not wasted. Because we want businesses to come downtown. Who doesn't want to be neighbors with 19th Street Cinema? Wouldn't you like to open a business there? Right next to the Bakersfield Hotel. You got clients right there. I know they're not the same as the 17th Street townhomes, but that Bakersfield Hotel is beautiful. Just wait till we change the signage out there. Spend another couple million on it. It's fine. We got to make sure we're using our precious limited tax dollars wisely and they're not being wasted, says the single city councilman that has wasted the most amount of city taxpayer money. And This is who I'm off Andre for assembly. Please get him off of the city council. Elect him to the California Assembly. I don't even care at this point. I'll vote for my guy as long as it gets him out of Bakersfield. He'll be one of a supermajority in Sacramento where his vote doesn't matter. He doesn't even have to show up. I've said it before. It's the perfect do-nothing job for Andre Gonzalez. Get him off my city council. I'll be much happier on the other side of my vacation, I think, Chris. The new year, I'm turning over a new leaf. More happy stories, Chris. That's what we're gonna do around here. 661-842-5376. If you want to join the conversation at any time, I'll read you an email that was sent to me after the break. And much, much more. It's the JR Show. It's Current Radio. We'll be right back.
News Talk 96.1 and AM 1180 KERN.
Thursday edition, Clay Travis, Buck Sexton Show. We will head
$7.5 million.
closer into the weekend.
$7.5 million. Two city blocks. One block that already has businesses lined up all the way up and down it. Very nice businesses. Very, very nice businesses. Oh, I threw my paper away. I need to stop doing that. Oh, now I got to reach in there with Scott through all his snot rags. I have my notes on it. Sorry. Get frustrated and I throw things away. That's not even it. But it's the Rice Bowl. It's Bill E's. Sequoia Sandwich. And those streets aren't bad. Like, what is terrible about those streets that we need to invest $7.5 million into them? Somebody explain it to me. Drive down there right now. Aside from the establishments that are there and the rundown buildings, putting in a new street with bike lanes ain't gonna fix it. Why do I even just give any of my energy to it? It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you go.
And save you lots of money. Consumers owing at least $10,000 in credit card debt or personal loans.
Ooh, the verse of the day. With all lowlessness and gentleness, with long suffering, bearing with one another in love. Ephesians 4:2. Ephesians 4:2. I like that.
Now, back to the JR Show.
Treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells
in the snow. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas.
With every Christmas
Welcome back.
card I
It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. Check us out online, kernradio.com. Download the Kern Radio app to your smart device and watch us on YouTube. Head over there. Look up Kern Radio, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Come along with us. Find us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and X. Kern Radio. Me too. JR Flores, or why not JR? Do we have anything else on the board, sir, before I move along?
I got a couple here.
Oh, yes. Boy. What do you got?
This first one says, turn Chris's mic up.
Turn Chris's mic up. It is. You're on.
There you go. The second one says, J.R. Trump to address the nation about what he ran on lower prices day one, calling it a hoax. His blockade of Venezuela oil tankers is an act of war, so he'll start a war with Venezuela for their oil and not release the Epstein files because we are at war. Our president is a warmonger and a pedophile. Okay, again, the last part.
He's a warmonger, even though he's gotten us out of wars and stopped wars. And he's also a pedophile, even though he's never been actually tried or found guilty of that. Okay. And he's going to start a war with Venezuela because that's why he's shooting down boats. Okay. What else did they say? He's going to talk about what? And he's going to talk about his agenda for 2026.
Yes, which is lower prices day one.
The accomplishments that he's done so far and touting all the great things that he's done. And also talk about his goals for the next year. That's supposed to be what it's the gist of tonight's address to the nation. You'll hear that live right here on Kern Radio starting at 6 p.m. He's supposed to go up to the mic, only speak about 10 to 15 minutes. So right after the Ralph Bailey show today, Ralph will take you right up to the president's speech tonight if you want to hear it. I also hear that he's supposed to reclassify marijuana. Somebody asked him about it earlier this week, and as soon as I read tomorrow, he's supposed to sign an executive order reclassifying marijuana from a Schedule 1 drug to a Schedule 3 drug. The biggest implications, not so much because let's just be real. It's kind of legal now, not so much, but it's not like it was back in the 70s and when everybody was scared and what was it, reefer madness and all that. The rules have become a lot more lax on it, and this will just kind of open it up to research being able to be used in research studies to show if it has any sort of benefits as far as medicinal goes. So that's what I hear he's going to do tomorrow. We'll see how that plays out. Anything else on the board?
Let's see. I see foreign reporters have been reporting that Putin is preparing to place short and medium range, or medium, I believe is what they meant, range missiles in Venezuela. Isn't that what happened in Cuba?
What, the Cuban Missile Crisis? Is that they're referring to?
I believe is what they're referring to.
We didn't end up at war with that one either, though. But yes, is that the same person that said he's a warmonger and pedophile?
No, it's a different one.
Okay. Anything else? Room for one more?
Mary Marcus just says, me and you should do a polar bear plunge.
I did the polar bear plunge last year at McMurtry. My daughter wants to do it again, so we'll be out there. I'm debating on whether to go to Vegas for New Year's, though. Go hang out with my sister and my niece. But they have a pool, so she said if we do that, we can always jump in their pool on New Year's Day. Yeah, it's possible. Still trying to determine. Remember, I'll only be working Monday and Friday for the next 2 weeks. Oh, I can't wait. Cannot wait. Got to get out of here for the day. Make room for the Ralph Bailey Show. It's a Wednesday. Mr. Marcus will join Mr. Bailey. This is the JR Show. Lily, Dad loves you.
This is AM 1180 KERN Green Acres. This is 96.1 FM Bakersfield. Online at KERNradio.com.
News this hour from Town Hall. I'm Keith Peters in Washington. President Trump has ordered a blockade of all sanctioned oil tankers into Venezuela. White House correspondent Greg Clugston reports.
The president alleges Venezuela is using oil to fund drug trafficking and other crimes. His total and complete blockade comes after U.S. forces last week seized an oil tanker off Venezuela's coast amid a buildup of military forces in the region. Venezuela's government accused Donald Trump of violating international law, free trade, and the principle of free navigation. And Mexico's president wants the United Nations